Today, me and the camera girl are going to clean out our instant hot water heater. It's behind this box here. I put this box up here to kind of cover it up because this is where we have our Thanksgiving lunch. So this instant hot water heater, we've had it 5 years, 4 anyway. And my nephew called me one night and said, I'm supposed to clean these out, and I didn't even know about it. So what we're gonna do is hook up, well, first off, this hot water heater, it only holds about a half a gallon or so, maybe a gallon. So what we gotta do is, this is not to code. You cannot hook a water heater up PEX wise straight to your water heater. So we got to take this off and put on some service valves, and they look like this. So the hot is red, of course. So we'll take this PEX out and hard pipe this in on both sides. And then once we have it, we hook our service hoses up to here in a bucket and a little pump, and we'll circulate a solvent through it for about an hour. But first thing we got to do is we got to turn off the water and turn off the power. It's got a dual feed. The power is just, it consumes a lot of electricity right here. It's got a dual feed and dual breakers right here. Water heater, water heater, water heater. So now we've got it safe. We're not going to mess with the electrical. We're just doing this to be safe. It wouldn't be a good thing if you had air in here and you turn the power on with the elements. It would smoke them. So next thing we got to do is turn the water off and drain it. So we went down to the well since we couldn't. There's no way to turn the water off to this shop area. So we went down to the well, the water well, and turned off the pump, opened the lowest faucet and the shower, and let it drain. So now what we're gonna do, so we've got this PEX tool, specifically this one right here. I'm gonna cut the PEX rings off of the water heater. This one installs the PEX, this cuts the PEX, and this is going to break the brass rings that hold the PEX together. So the kit comes with a crimp cutter, this copper band cutter, but what this is made for is to save the fitting. In our case, we got to save the PEX that's in the wall there. So what I'm going to try to do is just cut it off with this wheel and try not to damage the PEX. We cut this PEX. So this PEX is rated for 180 degrees, and I'm going to try to heat this up right here and pull this out, because this piece right here is going to have to go in just a little further than this fitting. So I'm hesitant to waste that PEX. So what we did here is remove that fitting, because I'm going to reuse this. This is probably not normal for most people. They wouldn't have to do this. We just have really tight quarters. And then also the thing about this Sisco is it doesn't have an inlet filter. So what we're going to do now is mock it up so I can get the right distance off this wall. So I'm just going to slide this on here. It's a little different now that it's rigid, isn't it? Oh, okay, that'll move a little bit. So this is going to go on here.
I don't think you have to cut anything.
You're right, looks perfect. So the valve is a directional valve. This is the inlet, this is the outlet. When the valve's shut, this right here probably communicates with that. Well, I know it does. With the valve open, this valve's shut, this valve's open. All right, all we gotta do is put the crimp on here.
So this is the way it should have been when we...
Yes, this is the way it should be.
Okay.
So this union requires this black washer to fit on there like this. And it came with the white washer, and it only talked about a black washer. So we'll use the black washer. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cut anything off. What do you think?
No. I think once you push it in there, it's going to fit perfect.
Problem is, how do you get it to mate to that? Oh, I know. I'll take it loose here. Watch the black washer. Push this in here. It's pretty close. Black washer, got to keep up with that.
There you go.
So the heater needs to come up just a little bit. Look at that. It might pull it down, I guess.
Yeah, why can't you put another washer in?
Well, I can just disconnect, I can just unscrew it and just move it up a little bit when we're ready.
Okay.
So we'll just do it this way. Okay, this ring has to be a certain distance from the end of the pegs. So what we're going to do is just put it back in the same spot it was. We'll see if that holds.
Looks like it will.
All right, let's do the other side. So did you know that there's a correct way and an incorrect way to use a crescent wrench?
No, I didn't know that.
Right. Whenever you're putting a crescent wrench in a bind, you want it to be this way.
Why?
Because that way the force, let me pull it off. You want the force here and not out here. So if you got it turned this way, you can see that corner of that nut, that flat's going to hit here, close to this mechanism.
Okay.
That's the strongest way.
Got it.
Okay, so we put the valves in. This one leaked a little bit, so we took it back apart, put pipe dope in there and put it all back together, and it's okay now. So we're ready to start the process that most people, this is all they'll have to do is just buy the kit and hook up to the service valve. We never have it very easy though. So the hoses, the pump, and the chemical, there's a little appliance log we can put up. So what we're going to do is pour this entire container.
Get that thing out of there.
What is it? You eat that stuff. Okay, that's it. It says put 1.5 gallons in here. This is just tap water. Here's another 1/2 gallon. Okay, so what we're going to do now is connect the blue hose, the cold water hose, top the pump.
Dry your hand before you plug it in.
Drop that in a bucket. Let's see if it'll reach. Yes, it does. Cold water service valve. Gaskets are in the hose. Okay, we're gonna turn this off. Turn this off. We're isolated from the water now. Hook up the red hose, the hot water side. Run it back down in the bucket. Now I'm going to open this valve. It relieved a little bit of pressure. Okay, now we're isolated from the potted water, and we're going to come in through here, go through the coils, out through here, into the buckets. Ready, hang, fire. And this is what it's going to look like. So we're supposed to run it for 20 minutes. So far, not much coming out of it. That's a good sign.
Yeah, plus it's the stop. So we don't use it up here much. When we do the house, it'll probably be a lot more.
Yeah. So what? It is 6 o'clock. We'll let it run 30 minutes. I think it says 20.
So it's been 5 minutes and the water's starting to change colors. So we'll continue to watch it and see what happens after another 15 minutes.
Okay, it's been 30 minutes. And that's the color of the water. Not a great yield there. I don't guess it was very dirty, but this water heater was installed in 2015. It has limited use since this is Thanksgiving and me just working in here. And this is the chemical that we use. It came with the kit. 1.2 pounds. And this submersible pump is a 8 horsepower. So what we're gonna do now is turn off this, and we're going to disconnect the blue hose and hook up water hose here that's running outside, and then we're going to flush the water heater for 10 minutes. The water will not go in the house. It'll come in here, go through the water heater, out the water hose to the driveway. Okay, it's 6:35. We're going to turn on the potted water, and it's going to go out. This is going to go through the water heater, out the water hose, to our driveway.
What's all the stuff you got on this table?
We've got the crimper system, crimper cutter, pet cutter, and copper cutter. I'll leave a link to that. We've got crescent wrenches, way more than we needed, pliers, screwdrivers, hacksaws, nippers, pliers, channel locks. We were cutting copper, but this is not normal. Most people don't have to do that. This is very important. This is way better than Teflon, even though this is Teflon. We'd always use pipe dope. And then we use the heat gun just to reuse that PEX that was already there. That's not normal though. Most people don't have to do that. We'll put a link to this, how much it cost, how much this cost, and then the kit. So now we're running it for 10 minutes. flushing.
You hear it running.
Yeah, it's just what we need, more water. I don't know if you can tell in this video, but this water heater is leaning down to the left. It's not plumb. And the reason for that is these fittings right here are different sizes. This one being taller. So what we're going to do is, this side's okay, it comes in straight and true. We're going to take this side off and put a flex hose in here, lift the water heater up to where it's plumb, and then we'll be done. Okay, let's leak test it. Here's a moment of truth. No leaks yet. Got a little tight right there from that bend, but it's the best I could do. This is the closest faucet to the heater. Pretty close to 120 there. Works for me. You've watched another video from the T Ranch and Sawmill. We appreciate you watching. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Goodbye.